I'm actually gonna watch these primers because I want to remember what Final Fantasy 13 is as well.
Cocoon, a utopia in the sky. The populace live a life of ease under the protection of almost godlike beings known as the Foul Sea. The lower world, Pulse, over which Cocoon floats, is believed to be a land both hostile and uninhabitable. One day, on Cocoon, a dangerous Pulse Foul Sea is uncovered in the seaside settlement of Bodum. The governing body, known as the Sanctum, announces that all residents of the town are now contaminated. The Purge is enacted, legislation that requires every citizen from the affected area to be forcibly relocated to Pulse. The Purge has begun. A band of young rebels emerges to oppose the army and its attempt to exile innocent civilians to Pulse. Moving through the midst of the confusion is Lightning, a soldier who fights against the Sanctum's forces, along with Saz, a middle-aged man with his own purpose. She makes her way towards the structure where the Pulse Foul Sea was found. In that lower world vestige, her sister Sarah is being held prisoner. Others also converge on the same location. Snow, Sarah's fiancé, Hope, the teenager who watched his mother perish, and Vanille, a young girl of unknown origin. All those who would play a part in Cocoon's future are unknowingly drawn together. Foul Sea possess the power to transform humans into a cursed l'Cie. Both Lightning and Snow have entered the vestige to rescue Sarah from just such a fate. As if guided by an unseen force, the would-be saviors arrive in the deepest part of the structure, along with Saz, Hope, and Vanille. There, the five discover a bewildered Sarah, only to witness her transformation into crystal. Lightning, driven by rage at losing her sister, hurls herself at the Pulse Foul Sea. She is joined in the battle by a determined Saz, who has his own reasons for wanting the Foul Sea destroyed. The battle with the Pulse entity changes the destiny of the five new companions forever. They have become l'Cie, cursed servants of the Foul Sea. All l'Cie are given a focus. Those who complete this focus are turned into crystal. Those who fail, however, are doomed to become mindless monsters. Their master is an enemy of Cocoon. Are they now fated to destroy their own home? As the others sink into depression, only Snow retains a positive outlook. He believes that Sarah's last wish, for them to protect Cocoon, is their true focus. Snow stays behind to protect her crystal, while Lightning and the rest attempt to break through the army's rapidly closing net.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that you know, we know why. The reason that Saz wants to fight the Fal'Cie is a pretty huge character moment that I have not forgotten, and I'd be surprised if anybody forgets that. So it is kind of funny that they just say has his own reasons, but they don't elaborate.
Lightning and her companions, now enemies of the state, are pursued by Sanctum forces. The former soldier makes a decision. Rather than be hunted down, she vows to take the fight to Cocoon's capital and slay the Foul Sea in charge of the government. The young boy Hope, drawn by Lightning's strength, chooses to follow her. Saz and Vanille choose another route and flee through the Vile Peaks. Meanwhile, Snow is captured by an army unit under the guidance of a mysterious woman known as Fang. These soldiers are members of the cavalry, a group that professes to be an ally of l'Cie. As part of their journey towards the capital and the Sanctum Foul Sea, Lightning and Hope enter the Gabra Whitewood. The Whitewood serves as an experimental facility for the army, but patrols here are few and infrequent. As they walk, Hope explains his reasons for being there. At Snow's urging, Hope's mother joined the battle at the Hanging Edge and was killed in the fighting. The grief-stricken youth had then chased Snow into the vestige. Lightning tries to counsel the young man, but Hope's desire to exact revenge on Snow burns brighter than ever. With no place else to go, Saz and Vanille find themselves wandering the sunlit waterscape. Saz eventually spills his story to Vanille. He explains that he joined the fight for the sake of his son Dodge, who had been chosen as a l'Cie servant by a Sanctum fal'Cie. Saz thought that if he could defeat an enemy of Cocoon, he might release his son from his focus. After hearing his story, Vanille is consumed with guilt. Both she and Fang are Pulse l'Cie and enemies of Cocoon. Their presence near the Sanctum fal'Cie is the reason Dodge was cursed in the first place. However, she cannot bring herself to tell Saz the truth. With the help of the cavalry, Fang searches for the other l'Cie. She has a debt to pay. Her lost memory and forgotten focus were the reason Sarah was cursed by the fal'Cie. The Grand Pulse native later encounters Lightning in the city of Palampolum and apologizes for Sarah's fate. Lightning's response is a blow to the jaw. Elsewhere, Hope finally gets up the courage to confront Snow. The teenager is consumed with his lust for revenge and attacks the Nora leader. Despite the boy's actions, Snow puts himself in danger, protecting Hope from an army airstrike. The four l'Cie later regroup at Hope's house and meet his father. They reconcile their differences and decide to work on finding a future rather than dwelling on the past. In Nautilus, the city of dreams, Saz and Vanille's frantic flight from the Sanctum comes to an abrupt end. Dodge, now in the custody of the army, has used his l'Cie powers to track down his father. The boy turns to Crystal upon completing his focus to locate an enemy of Cocoon. A PSICOM officer appears before the unbelieving Saz and tells him the truth. Vanille is the reason his son was made into a l'Cie. Vanille admits her guilt. She offers no resistance when Saz raises his pistols to fire. But Saz realizes her death will change nothing and lets Vanille go. Such mercy is all he has left to give.
Then he almost kills himself.
Lightning joins Snow,
They just
Hope,
glossed
and
over that
Fang
part.
in an assault on the Sanctum flagship. The cavalry has lent them its aid in rescuing the captured Saz and Vanille. After a long search, Fang is finally reunited with Vanille. The six l'Cie then fight through the ship's defenses and come face to face with the Primarch, representative of the Sanctum. However, the truth that he reveals is beyond their wildest imagining. The Primarch, who they thought to be human, is actually a powerful fal'Cie by the name of Barthandelus. The fal'Cie also shocks them with the knowledge that their focus is, in fact, the destruction of Cocoon. Barthandelus guides the l'Cie to a vestige hidden beneath the capital, where other truths await them. The companions encounter Sid Raines, the commander of the cavalry, in the
that
bowels
fight.
of the monster-infested Fifth Ark. He explains that should they complete their focus and destroy Cocoon, then countless lives will be lost. This sacrifice is necessary to draw a deity known as the Maker back into the world. Raines then reveals himself as a l'Cie of Barthandelus. The soldiers of the cavalry had been mere puppets of the fal'Cie. Now, however, the commander is acting under his own human will. To prevent Cocoon's destruction, he attacks Lightning and her friends. Although he is ultimately defeated, Raines still turns to Crystal. He shows them how the fate of a l'Cie can be overcome.
Yeah, so this is where things get weird, because this is the struggle that I remember, was trying to put together the fact that supposedly this is, I think, the biggest struggle of the Final Fantasy XIII story, is that it comes across as supposedly the struggle that your player characters are under is the fact that they've been given a mission that is unclear and vague. And before Sarah turns to Crystal, she says it's to protect Cocoon. So you labor under that assumption. Yeah, there are loopholes, right? So you labor under the assumption that your objective is to protect Cocoon, and then along comes the Sanctum Falci, Barthandelus, who tells you that it's actually not. It's to destroy Cocoon. What we saw was basically the end of Cocoon. But the reality is that's a lie, because he is trying to get the l'Cie of his enemy Falci to complete his work for him by lying to them. That's the trickiest part, because he wants Cocoon destroyed. And so the reality is the Pulse l'Cie that gave us our focus actually wants Cocoon to survive. Which puts this whole weird spin on everything. They crystallize after destroying Cocoon, right? But it's so weird. It's so weird to me how things get flippity floppity around. And Reigns is a l'Cie of Barthandelus. The other thing that I think I maybe even complained about it when we played the original game is that when they say Falci, especially in this recap, they are not being clear as to which grouping of Falci they're talking about, because they have identified that there are two. There are the Sanctum Falci and the Pulse Falci, and they are opposite of each other. They are enemies, supposedly, because the Sanctum Falci are on Cocoon, the Pulse Falci are almost entirely on Pulse, except for the one, obviously, that kind of kicks everything off into motion here. So, but the other interesting thing is, when you think about that concept, Cocoon was built and removed from Pulse. So aren't all Falci Pulse Falci? Cocoon isn't really like a special thing. The Sanctum Falci are kind of special because they are acknowledging the fact that they don't want to return to Pulse. They want to keep the world separate. So they have separate goals, but they're the same race. They're the same group of people. So talking about them can get a little bit confusing. And I say people, but they're the same group of godlike, weird, crazy being structure things. So, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. The Falci are not one with each other. They have different goals, and they have different objectives. And obviously the fact that Barthandelus is a Falci, yeah, they have differing motivations, right? And it seems like Barthandelus is kind of the head honcho of the faction that is like, we need to build a separate world and then sacrifice all of the people of that world so we can bring back, and I don't remember what the maker, a deity known as the maker. Evil Pope trope. Well, kind of, but even that is like, there's not a whole lot of religious symbology in Final Fantasy 13. There's some, but I wouldn't say that it's like heavily. He looks like a pope, but he doesn't lead a religion like the pope. He just leads people. You know, there's no worship involved. In fact, yes, that is true. Seymour is definitely an evil pope. But yeah, no, it's weird because everybody's dependent on the Sanctum Falci's powers, so there's kind of like there's a dependency there. But I don't know that it's like actually bordering worship or anything like that. I think people are just thankful for the lives that they're allowed to live away from. Isn't the maker just slang for Zodiac? So let's see what else. So prevent Cocoon's destruction. He attacks lightning. So yeah, and then the other bizarre thing. So obviously, if Reigns is a Lassie of Barthandelus, that means that he would likely be of the same goal and focus and motive, right? So he should have been trying to what's the word I'm looking for? When our party confronts him, they are basically saying they are not going to help Barthandelus destroy Cocoon. Right? If I remember correctly? Encounters Sid Reigns, commander of the cavalry, in the bowels of the monster-infested Fifth Arc. He explains that should they complete their focus and destroy Cocoon, countless lives, the sacrifice is necessary to draw a deity known as the War. So, and I'm pretty sure the party is like, we're not going to do that. That sounds terrible. Yeah, they went fuck you to that idea, right? So when they're not going to destroy, when they decide that, then Reigns has a choice himself. He can either try to force them to defeat or to destroy Cocoon, or he can let them go. And letting them go would defy his focus and turn him into a monster. So he fought them to try to force them to comply. And when he failed, to prevent Cocoon's destruction. Well, see, and his motivation, how they're describing his motivation is a bit of a catch-22, because you could say he's fighting them to stop them from destroying Cocoon, but they already said they're not going to do that. So that doesn't jive with me. In my opinion, from what I would understand, he fought them to try to force them to destroy Cocoon, but that must not have been what he said. It weirdly worded, yeah. It must not have been what he said as his reasoning for fighting them. He was going to try to stop them from doing it, but I wonder about his true motivation and whether or not that was really it, because, like you said, although he's ultimately defeated, it still turns to crystal, which means he would have succeeded in his focus. Which says to me, even in defeat, he still achieved the goal of trying to assist Barthandelus and getting them to destroy Cocoon. But anyway, like I said, Chapter 10 is in my opinion where the story starts to get confusing. All the way up through Chapter 9, I would say things are straightforward.
On the Sanctum flagship, the cavalry has lent them its aid,
except for when Barthandelus tells them that their focus is the destruction of Cocoon, which is obviously dissident. The fascinating thing about this is, the fascinating thing about when Chapter 9 hits is it flies in the face of everything you've been doing up until that point. So you have to kind of like try to figure out whether or not to believe this new character, Barthandelus, who is obviously has his own goals and motivations with relation to, why should they trust Bart? Yep. So
the six Lassie have crashed on Grand Pulse, the terrifying lower world that the people of Cocoon speak of in whispers. Seeking for a way to overcome their cruel fate, the companions travel to Erba, Fang and Vanille's hometown. There they uncover an ancient prophecy that tells how Fang and Vanille attacked Cocoon several centuries in the past. It also speaks of how they entered into crystal stasis and later awoke, once again driven to destroy the floating shell. All their actions recorded and prophesized, but no mention of how to avert the catastrophe. But if they refuse to fight, then Cocoon will fall. Readying themselves for the conflict to come, the Lassie head for Cocoon's capital once more.
So yeah, they're basically Barthandelus is gonna destroy Cocoon one way or the other, whether or not they help. So I'm gonna AFK for a sec. Okay. Sorry. Weird timing on that. So, 2 chapters.
Chaos rules in the capital city of Eden. Reigns, though he wishes for the independence of mankind, is a helpless tool of the fal'Cie, and the soldiers of the cavalry who trusted him have now risen in revolt. They mean to slay Orphan, the fal'Cie that lies at the center of Eden, unaware that its death would mean the destruction of Cocoon. To prevent this cruel catastrophe, Lightning and her fellow Lucie battle through the streets in pursuit of the vengeful soldiers. They finally catch up with the cavalry. only to see them transformed into hideous seeth. Only one thing remains to be done. The l'Cie must face Barthandelus, the mastermind behind all that has transpired. Lightning and her companions claim victory over the mighty Barthandelus, but in doing so awaken Orphan, the fal'Cie who keeps Cocoon aloft. Their first battle with Orphan ends in failure, but through the sheer force of their belief, the six rise to fight again. They have the power to make miracles happen, and the strength to change their fate. Awakened to the power within them, the l'Cie achieve the impossible and defeat Orphan. At the moment of the fal'Cie's death, Cocoon begins to plummet towards Grand Pulse. Then a miracle occurs. Fang and Vanille undergo a transformation into a great crystal pillar that halts the fall of Cocoon. As the dust settles, Sarah is freed from her crystal stasis and greeted by Lightning's smiling face. Or so it was meant to be.
There we go. Caught up. What's under downloadable content? Do I have anything? It looks like no. Ding. Oh, this is integrated pretty well for how old the game is. Let's see. Oh, this is... a lot of stuff. Oh, I see. Okay. R1 just cycles through the list. Red is extra bosses. Green is cosmetics. What's blue is weapons. Okay. So yeah, there's three. Yeah, I don't have these. All right. Normal mode is fine. Yeah, they're free on PC because that game runs like ass. New save data is required. Sure. Been ages? Been never since I played it. Well, been never since I played it without the game crashing every half hour or so. And I played it for like maybe 3 hours before I gave up on it. Automatically saves your progress. During autosave, an icon will appear. You can also save your game manually. Press start to open the pause menu. Never finished the original 13? Man, I'd play that game again before I would want to play this game. Obviously, the original 13 is great. This game has a Moogle. Take your pick. You can also save your game manually. Press start. Okay. You cannot save at points in the game when this option is not displayed. Okay. Don't turn the power off. Yeah. Incredible. That advice is so bizarre to me. Don't shut the power off while it's saving. No, you don't say. What genius decided that would be a good idea at some point and prompted
That time was lost,
the
yet
constant
time
warnings.
continued onward. Divine Etro, go peacefully to your rest. I will stand guard over your legacy.
Yep, I know.
This endless realm is awash with sadness. Life and death lose all meaning under the rolling waves of chaos. Valhalla. The currents of time do not touch its shores. In this world of lost moments, I begin my life anew.
This eternity, it was never your desire. Is that not so? You...
Nemo Brian?
Warrior goddess. Now we cross swords! Lose yourself in battle and rejoice! Embrace the terror. Husk of the wandering comet, I summon thee!
Boy, did I forget how this game starts. Oh, rip your meteor spell, dude. Nice try.
Impressive.
Save it. Damn you.
Enough. Let's end this.
That glow.
Cast your shadow over all. Wings of night!
guess we'll just come back to that later then. Oh no, we're still there. I wasn't sure what the autosave icon implied.
Odin!
Oh yeah, this was this game. Boy, I forgot all about this. Yeah, I'll take the tutorial. Time doesn't stop. ATB gauge charges continuously. Sure. Sure does. Characters perform abilities in battle by expending segments of ATB. Abilities command allows you to select. Yep, sure does. You queue up multiple commands. Auto battle automatically. Yep. Auto battle. 2 seconds automatically. Left cursor. Yeah, this is where all the crashes happen. Lightning strikes is set twice. Sure, that's fine. Spend amount. Yeah, when HP is low, use Cooler's shield. All right. Chaos Bahamut is my target. Select the target to attack when fighting multiple. Yeah, yep. Yep. Okay.
Forgotten time, be
Here you go. Snipe. I want the lightning strikes again. I think one time I made it through the fight, didn't I? Yeah, lightning strike is like way better. It's funny how the game's frame rate actually doesn't run very well on the PS3 either. Eventually, I did. There were a few crashes. There were a few crashes that happened during this segment. I remember, but there was one time that I got farther than this. Actually hurt now. You can use the other lightning strike there. Oh shit! I'm dead. I didn't heal in time. Rip. Dude, all of a sudden I just lost like half my HP. No, it's not a crash. The game didn't crash. Why would we call it a crash? That one ability that he used really did a lot of damage all of a sudden. I don't need an excuse. I was caught off guard. He, like, tickled me a few times, and then all of a sudden I was dead. Like, that is not how I expected that to go. Nice like this. Alright, now I'm going to skip the tutorial.
Forgotten time, be reborn! Cutting you down.
See, look, that attack that you just did, it did 400 damage. So if that's what I'm expecting to hit me, and all of a sudden I take 1,500 damage, of course I don't have the ATB queued up and ready to go to get the heal off in time. That's not on me. Like, this Inferno ability looks cool, but he doesn't hit me with it, and then it just tickles me for 400 damage.
Kidding around, huh?
Yeah, Umbral Vice does 1,400 damage out of nowhere.
Fulfill your oath.
Not a very good one. Not a very good one to expect me to take half my HP and damage in one hit. Like, that's a bit extreme. Oh yeah, they added quick time events too.
What's he up to? Right.
Let's not waste time.
Don't rip that building.
The goddess made a wise choice. Powers of chaos bend to my will. Keeping up?
So you want to destroy everything?
Oblivion is the fate of all things. Now it's my turn. Pathetic!
Let's end this. You're done!
Not today! I must thank you. In these final moments, I have met my finest opponent.
You're finished, Caius!
Building fall down. Let me switch back to a pre-rendered. My goodness. Frame rate.
Etro's Gate.
PS3 the best way to play this game?
Of course. The one from the vision. I know your name.
Just those two systems? No Xbox 360?
Noel Kreis.
What? What a shitty way to show up.
What in the...
I'm here. prayed for a miracle, and that brought you here. Or am I wrong?
How did you know?
From Valhalla, I can see everything.
But who are you?
Lightning.
Oh, back to this, eh?
Real fight.
Focused blast. Oh, he's changed. I'll take the mines. Maybe not. Let's try the blast. The bolt.
Look out! Here it comes! What now?
Gonna get worse.
Where's Benediction using Hank?
This is the power of
I never said I was a goddess.
Gata. No Gil. Target time 15 minutes? How was the target time 15 minutes? Shouldn't take that long.
How do we fight him?
This is not your battle. There's something else I need you to do.
What?
Bring my sister to me. Her name is Sarah.
Okay.
You'll need to use the portal. Your time-gazing friend should have told you how it works.
That's a gate? But why me?
Because you're the only one who can. You crossed the void and made it to Valhalla. You can find Sarah. And together, you can change the future.
They couldn't have directed her to call it Valhalla.
I can change the future?
I don't know why that triggers me.
Yes.
Valhalla. Hello, Satan.
A good luck charm. Give him to Sarah.
Right. You got it. I'll track her down. What's happening?
Enjoying your little task.
Unlikely to happen for me.
Get to the gate. I'm counting on you.
Okay.
Go! Not this again. Odin! Do it!
What the?
Sarah!
Lightning.
Only if they change him from being a Moogle to being anything else.
My hopes go with you, Noel Kreis. Become an arrow through time and speed your way to Sarah.
It might
Be there for
be
her,
worth it.
because I no longer can.
We'll see. Okay. So I have seen all of that before, but I remembered very little of it. Hey White, how's it going?
Time flows without pause. In a world where I no longer exist, the future is about to change.
Yep, I went through and reread the whole recap. It was not a very good recap. It hit the highlights, though. It hit the highlights.
Sarah, the truth still survives, but only you remember it.
It told us what the motivations were later, Leo. It just didn't tell us right away.
Lightning. She was fighting. I guess it was just a dream.
It's so weird to me that the in-engine cutscenes run like such ass.
Such a strange dream.
Magical girl transformation.
What? What was that? Where did these clothes come from?
I barely even call her a fucking NPC. She's just a hunk of crystal. She barely had dialogue.
What's happening out there?
Camera settings. And no, I'm not going to change the camera scheme. It should be functioning as desired. Yes. Good. Free paycheck for Laura Bailey. Can't imagine it was a very big one. Holy shit. I'm getting tutorial to hell. The data log. Yep, we're going to read that a bunch. You guys better be ready for it. Love me the data log. Yep. Those who have yet to play Final Fantasy 13 can brush. I already did that. Hell yeah. Okay. I guess it just runs at 30 FPS. The game just runs at 30 FPS apparently. So, sorry. If only I could play the PC version with the unlocked frame rate. It might have been a big paycheck. Oh, square button. Oh, square button. What have you done? Yep. Okay. Wait, where's my other outfit? Isn't here. Might have to restart the game. I already looked at the settings in the main menu and they didn't change. Inventory. I have 3 potions and nothing else. Sure, lightning. I'm just gonna clear these out real quick. Nora. Society. Locales. Jumping. Oops. when have I cared about unlocking frame rates when it makes running around an environment look like shit? So, you know, always. I love playing games in 60 FPS. What are you talking about? I commented on it. I comment on it frequently. Oh, God damn it. I hate games that run at 30 FPS. They drive me crazy. It's so noticeable. I don't know if you guys notice it as much as I do, but it's really fucking obvious to me. Live trigger. You don't? Oh god, it's driving me crazy. Dreams of strange worlds, clothes appearing from nowhere. What's going on? Yeah. I'll see that.
That dream felt so familiar. Like my horrible vision of Cocoon's collapse. Maybe the dream was really a vision. Maybe it was lightning in the future. But no, that can't be right. Lightning is gone. Transformed into that crystal pillar.
No, she not. Oh, I can run again. Oh, thank fuck. Here I was sitting here thinking that I needed a run button. Didn't need a run button. Just needed to jump over a couple things. Then I can run.
What's happening? How did I get here? This place. It's like the world has ended.
There is.
Wait. Maybe this is the future. Is this what's going to happen to us? But why? Enough. I want to go home.
Buggers.
Sarah, come on! Everyone, this way now!
Yeah.
What is that?
Take that!
What does that remind me of? That reminds me of something. What is that? It looks a lot like, one of Final Fantasy X
Lightning!
summons? Isn't it? What is this thing? I can't remember. Summon isn't even the right word. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Lightning can't protect you anymore. You have to look after yourself now. Do you hear me? Your sister's dead. She can't help you. Bro!
Not the bugs. The big zombie guy.
You want her?
The big zombie guy coming out of the portal.
Then you're gonna have to go through me! Get up, Sarah.
You were in my dream. I saw you.
Save it for later. Can you fight?
If I have to?
You're gonna have to. One more thing. Don't ever lay down and wait to die!
Double sword. Battle tutorial. Nope. Going right in. 3 stars. Nice. Is the zombie guy still there? Can I show you what I was talking about? No, he's not there anymore. He was up there in that cutscene. I don't see him around in here. Boy, there sure is a lot of shit going on.
You okay? I'm too young to die.
What's at this exclamation point?
I can handle this.
Paradigm shift door. There it is. Teach me. Powerful enemies. Take them out one by one. Press L1 to form paradigm shift. Double trouble. Slash and burn. Oh, okay. Oh man. Staggered. Chain bonus. Chain bonus accumulates. More damage is unleashed. Yeah. Enemy's defense will decrease. Take much more damage. Yeah. Commando Ravager. Same as before. Yeah. Great. Rip that bug. As you progress the game, generate your own paradigms. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. I disagree. I like 60 FPS from the perspective of watchability. I don't find things that run at 4 frame rates to be very watchable. Fuck, even this little moment right here is practically unplayable because it's so the response time on the controls is so fucking terrible. But yeah, I mean, like that's not only is that unwatchable, it's unplayable. I just wouldn't even play that shit. That's just the hottest and smelliest of garbage. It's not even worth mentioning as a video game. Played old Final Fantasies? Yeah, those ran from 30 to 60 FPS. Never one at 15. Absolutely not. Final Fantasy 2 is in 60 FPS. The PSP version is. Yes, it is. It absolutely is.
You're asking for it.
I don't actually know what my objective is here. Am I just supposed to... Oh, okay, there it is. Beat all hostiles. Couldn't I basically just stand here and watch them do it? The NES original sure aren't? Yeah, no, they're terrible. They probably run at 30, though. Except for certain circumstances. Well, that part of the thing you have to keep in mind about that, though, is that the NES is just a terrible system. If you emulate a lot of old NES games, they actually run fine. It's the NES hardware that's the limitation on the frame rate. Maybe 24? Sure. Yeah, revolutionary for the time doesn't make it not bad. Damn it. Do the fucking thing, man. Did it.
Hey, Sarah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Mackie. Yeah. Gotta go.
Okay.
All right, everyone, listen up. The meteorite hit over there.
Right.
We're gonna check it out.
Team Yuge, ready to roll. Well, and careful. That area's crawling with monsters.
So stay close. Come on.
Okay. Right. You heard him. Move out. With you.
I'm not gonna remember any of these guys' names in like 20 minutes.
You're okay.
She took a hit, but she's gonna be fine. She just needs some rest.
Fucking cast a cure on her, for fuck's sake.
Thank goodness. And thank you. Whoever you are.
No. No, Christ.
Oh, that's right. They go with Noel and not Noel. Oh, God.
And before I forget,
This game's pronunciation.
it wasn't just me. You should probably thank this little guy, too.
Wow. Is that a toy Moogle?
He's supposed to be your lucky charm. Your sister gave him to me.
Blech.
Wait, you know Lightning?
Mm-hmm. She's the one who told me to come here.
Where? Where did you see her? Was it Valhalla?
Yeah. How'd you guess?
I have dreams sometimes.
I saw it in a dream. I saw my sister. She gave you the Moogle. Then the meteorite came.
And dragged me along with it. I guess.
Do you mean you actually rode here on that meteorite?
Maybe. I don't know. Damned if I can remember. Why don't we go and check it out?
Okay. Now I know for sure. Lightning is alive. She's in a place called Valhalla. I'd only just met Noel, but I believed him. I believed every word he said.
You know what?
Even though it couldn't possibly.
The
be
more I
true.
watch this, the more I realize it's actually there are parts
seems
of
like
this
only
is 60. This
yesterday.
is running just fine frame rate wise.
The smile on Lightning's face when she gave her blessing for Snow and me to get married.
So
But I'm the only one who ever remembered that.
just some parts of this
No one
game run
believes.
like ass.
It's just a dream, they say, from when I slept in the crystal. An illusion. They say my sister is gone. That 3 years ago she sacrificed herself to stop the fall of Cocoon. She turned into the crystal pillar that holds Cocoon above the surface of Pulse, and saved both worlds. That's what they say. But even so...
But even so,
No? Is that all you're going to tell me? Your name? Who are you? What do you do?
I'm a hunter.
I feel like an interrogator. Do you mind me asking?
Shoot.
we're not going that way.
Oh, hello. How are the kids?
You're worried about them too? Don't worry, the kids in Lebreau are safe and sound. They're inside that building by the shore.
Thank goodness.
Sarah, I didn't know you were such a worrywart, but it's understandable. I guess you've been through a lot, huh?
Like what? Like what specifically? Why is there a green thing? Can you see that? Why is there a green thing there? It made me think there was going to be an interaction there, but there totally is not. Oh, there's another one right here. Okay, weird.
I bet these monsters followed some idiot back to town.
Haven't seen you around these parts.
Me?
I hope my cat Spot is okay.
Oh, it's Cat Spot!
I don't know him.
Never seen anything like him before. Took him seconds to turn our sentry bots into scrap metal.
Guys, what about Spot?
I heard a meteorite fell from the sky, and that's when all these monsters appeared.
That's right. Godot and the others went to check out the meteorite. It's right outside town along the mountain path. That way, over towards Cocoon.
My sister seemed really angry.
What's that? Yeah, we'll just wait for Godot to come back. See that out there? Oh, I see. Leaving us out of the fun again, eh, Leo?
Holler if you see monsters. I'll take care of them. Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
Tell me about Valhalla.
I don't know much about it myself. It's not like I lived there or anything. The legends say it lies at the end of time in the distant future. That it's the realm of the dead.
The realm of the dead? Does that mean lightning is out of my reach for good?
I'm not trying to hide anything.
Well, good. That's not really what I wanted to ask, but okay. It's an infamous play. Oh, God. Yeah, what is this? Whenever monsters suddenly materialize, the mob clock appears and progresses through the following extrudes. Oh, that's right. Immobile and preemptive strike is possible. I remember this. Enemy is moving and ready for battle. Enemy is fully alert and attacks. When time runs out, the battle begins automatically. You cannot select retry for battles that begin this manner. You can attack any enemies within the encounter circle. X to initiate battle when an enemy is in front of you. Escape from battle by moving far away. When the mob clock appears, it's up to you whether to take on the enemy or flee. Right. Need to change my default paradigm. Get this guy fucking Dunzo. Get the hell out of here. Oh, Type 0. That's an interesting question. I know of the game. I did not have plans to play it, but I think it's on my recommendations list.
Say, hey, those clothes remind me of Lightning's. They got the same patterns.
Really? All I know is I was wearing them when I woke up. But maybe I haven't woken up yet.
Come back here,
after all.
motherfucker.
I'm pretty...
I mean, better than 15 is the decently high bar.
Wow.
What's up, Noel?
3 potions.
I just didn't think it would be that beautiful. Cocoon, I mean. It's exactly like in the legend. Can't believe I'm really here.
Oh, this motherfucker. Spice-Sicilian? Is that... That's what these things are called? Why? What is a Spice-Sicilian? Oh, goodness. Look at this. Got an equipment menu now. Why is she staring at him like that? That's so weird. Mog is not a significant person. Oh, that cleared it out already, eh? Good. Now do I have my outfit? Nah, I must have to, like, log out to have it show up. It's fine. Where do I set my paradigms? They just won't let me set them, eh? Alright, well, fine.
Sarah, didn't think you were the adventuring type.
Wow, rude.
Looks like no one will be fishing today.
Ow. Alright. Guy's pulling some real horse shit. Really? I don't see it. I don't have a double Ravager setup? Come on. I noticed.
What do you think? Could the Foul Sea be behind this?
I know how to find treasures, Mog. I'm not an idiot. A map. Oh, okay. I'm not seriously considering it. It's gonna have to earn that right for me to buy the DLC. Maps display your current position and objectives as well as other points of interest. You can obtain, yeah, okay. Yep, square, triangle. You can also view the map by using triangle. Oh, and then the map, yeah, okay. Okay. The number displayed after explored at the bottom of the screen represents the current percentage of the current map you have uncovered. Oh yeah, we get map completion. Ooh baby.
Huh?
I remember the last time you told me I had a story important DLC I had to buy, Leo. You were wrong. I'm not getting sucked in again. I will make that determination. It was not, and it was fucking bad. So, it was infinitely worse than the rest of the game. And it wasn't fucking important. It wasn't anything. It was a ton of work for 30 seconds of actually interesting stuff. It wasn't important though. There was like a minute of content that made it important. The rest of it was fucking garbage. It's not plot relevant. It didn't even have anything that carried over to Berseria. It was just like, oh yeah, here, this is how things ended. Like, you couldn't have figured that out any other way. Other than play some garbage DLC. Like, it was not worth it.
Boss ain't here.
I wonder where Godot is.
Oh, you're this game. I was like, I just said that the fucking last game that the student. Okay, you're saying if there's one story DLC that you can get for this game that connects to Lightning Return. We'll see. I mean, they looked like they were $2, so I wouldn't say it's a ripoff. $2 is like, all right, I won't drink a pop today. I wasn't wondering, but it doesn't surprise me.
Shelters are really built to last. Oh man, Huge really drives us hard. Huge has gone on ahead.
Dude, can you actually fuck off? Yeah, it's not too much to ask for both, actually. It's exactly what you should expect. You should expect both enjoyable gameplay and an interesting story. I am of the mind, however, where if something does not actually give me a good enough reason to continue playing it,
These shelters are really built.
I won't fucking play it. I don't owe this. I don't owe anything to this game. So, oh, 50. See, that's not true though, because 15 is a perfectly fine game. The gameplay is fine, and the story is pretty cool. It's not perfect. I would not say 15 is perfect, but it's not bad. '15's combat system is exactly like playing Kingdom Hearts. It's just an action. It's just an action combat system. Yeah, you can get that shit. Noctis can literally hang from the edge while the AI kills everything. Not efficiently or quickly. Also, I did not have that experience. You can't die. There's no challenge. Not true. Not true. You absolutely can die. You absolutely can die. I don't know why you think you can't die. You can die a lot. Yeah, that doesn't mean there's no challenge.
What's going on here?
Also, that enemy is not a difficult enemy.
Pretty sure it's no dream.
And like using a game mode difficulty handicap as justification for a system being bad is a clear indication you don't understand the difference between a system and a difficulty. So we don't need to refer to the fact that the easy mode is it's intended for you to not be able to die, but that's not the normal experience. That doesn't have anything to do with the combat system. That's just the difficulty. That's just a difficulty that's in place for people to have a chance to enjoy it in case they don't feel comfortable with the combat.
Oh, hey, Huge.
Hey. So, this is the famous Noel, huh?
Yep.
I guess news travels fast.
The bro told me how you helped her out. I'm Huge. Nice to meet you. Hey.
'Cause I played on normal too and I died,
What's
so...
with the new style and threads, Sarah? Not exactly a dress up and hit the town kind of occasion.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't remember putting them on.
Oh, I know how that goes. Hard to resist trying out a new outfit. Okay, I better get going. See you guys later.
Bye.
Triangle would have been funny, but I opted not to.
I don't understand what's going on.
Did that motherfucker just run away from me? Hey, come back here. I'm not done with you.
Weird. Well, how do these plants grow so fast? I don't get it. There must be pockets of unstable time or something.
More meteorite phenomena.
Oh, you got that right. Wow, look at this stuff. Ever since that rock came down, we've been seeing all kinds of aberrations.
Do you have any idea what's happening?
Not forever though. You can't hold it forever. It stops working if you just hold it forever.
Seem to have sped forward centuries. But other parts haven't changed at all.
Also does not let you dodge magic attacks.
So, these areas are from different
Or
times.
area of effectability.
Realities blending together. Like two ages overlapping. That about right?
Right. It's exactly like that.
Doesn't matter. I'm just saying that the dodge is not too effective. It's not invincibility, but if you use it, it is supposed to be effective. Yes. That is the point. It is supposed to let you dodge things. Yeah, like I said, you only get about 2 seconds. Yeah, it's only about 2 seconds of dodging though, and then you need to figure out something else
I
to
think
do.
it's safe to say they're from another world. I mean, you haven't seen anything like them around here.
I
Right?
think the other thing you have to keep in mind is that it is the first Final Fantasy that had active combat. So if they wanted to make it the hardest fucking thing they could and the most challenging thing they could have done that, but what would the players have done? Not played the game. 12? Absolutely not 12. You're not issuing auto-attack commands. Type 0 maybe, but 12 absolutely not. No, you're still queuing up commands. What are you guys talking about? That's like saying this is an action 1. It's the same concept. I'm not fighting that. I'm running. Maybe? Oh, I was stuck. Oh, they're chasing me. No! I wish to leave you. Oh, I can't jump? Fine. I haven't played Type 0, so I don't know, but 12 absolutely not is not like 15. And if you think that, you're just fucking flat out wrong. All you do in that game is queue up commands and fucking wait, just like an ATB system. There is nothing active about the way you play Final Fantasy XII. In fact, you can play that game completely passively by programming everything and just watching the game play itself. Yeah, no, that's absolutely incorrect. You can literally program that game to play yourself. Can't you move around in combat there? It doesn't do anything, but yeah, you can. You're not actively dodging abilities or anything like that, though. Everything just hits or misses. You can, but don't have to use gambits. It's the whole fucking point of the system. If you don't use gambits, you're not even playing the game. That's the point of gambits, is to take the frustration and the moment-to-moment decision-making out of your hands. And even if you don't use gambits, you still queue up commands and watch them happen. There's nothing active about it. I don't care. We're not talking about ease or not ease. You're trying to say Final Fantasy XII's combat is like Final Fantasy XV's, and that's just wrong. It's just wrong. They're not even close. I must not be able to get down there yet. I want that chest. But I'm blocked there, and I'm blocked there. And I thought maybe this might be a spot I could get down, but it looks like it's not. We're moving on.
Hey there.
I'm ready to give up about now.
I'm not moving goalposts. We were talking about 15's combat, and I said it's the first game that is an action-based RPG, and then you said 12. No, not 12. I'm not moving the goalposts at all. I'm telling you how incorrect you saying that 12 has action combat like 15 does is. Yeah, but that's the fun of the combat, Fishy. It doesn't matter how easy it is. It's fun. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be fun. No Final Fantasy game is hard. On playing on a normal difficulty, no Final Fantasy game is hard. Not a single fucking one of them. They're so easy to beat. If you want a hard game, I think you have to... But you look and feel stupid? Well, I mean, that sounds like a personal issue that you can maybe work towards overcoming. That's not the game's fault, though. I felt cool. I liked it. I loved that part of the combat. It was awesome. It was totally unique. I haven't played anything like it before. It was fun. I loved that perspective and that mechanic. Yeah, that sounds badass. I'm sorry, that just sounds cool. I don't know. That just sounds cool to me. That doesn't sound like a problem or a failure. It just sounds cool, which is the whole point of playing video games. is to look and feel and do cool stuff. Paradigm shift to select paradigm best. Yeah, okay. I know how paradigm. Yeah, okay. So we're okay. Twin shields. Gog Magog. Right, but that's fine. Also, you can't warp infinitely. You have to recharge your mana at some point. I mean, and here's the thing. Like, okay, the other thing I'll say is there's nothing in the game forcing you to play like that. Yes, it's an option, but you do not have to do that. You do not have to do that. Right, but you have to jump to the ledge. You have to find a ledge and jump to it. It's still an inherent downside to just spamming the warping ability. Like, you have to, like, leave the combat and go do something else. But you also don't have to spam the warp ability. There's plenty of other successful ways to handle the combat. It's almost mandatory, though. No, it's not. There's magic, and that is also ranged and works perfectly fine. Except for it can mutilate your own party members if you're not careful. But that's neither here nor there. It's a playstyle choice, just like what we're talking about trying to abuse warp strikes. That absolutely is a complete choice. You do not have to spam warp strikes. You can use them as often as you want. If you think they're broken, you don't have to use them at all. There is a way to beat that entire game without doing a single warp strike unless it's like some mandatory cutscene thing. Well, but that's a totally different combat system. That's just not even they're barely even using the same principles. Leviathan, yeah, sure. That's a good example of, like, you can't beat Leviathan without warp striking, of course, because it's a whole cutscene fight, right? So I get that. But in, like, the random encounters or doing hunt marks and things like that, if you don't want to use the warp striking, you don't have to, and you'll still win. You can use those combat systems in the game now. I know you can, because you can switch which part. You can, yeah, it's just porting their DLC. But that's just because you can play as other people than Noctis now. That's not, you can't use those systems as Noctis, I don't think. I haven't played any of the main game post those DLCs coming out, though, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's just that you can just switch to them and play as them. That's not really saying that the combat system has changed. Noctis still works the way Noctis works. The Chocobro in question. Yeah. Yeah, then you get Prompto's combat. Exactly. So that's not really a change to the combat system, because Noctis still works the way Noctis works. And all of the other combat is still works the way it all works, you know. All the bros still fight with you, and they all do their own things if you're not playing as them, and everything still works the same. So that's not really a change or an adjustment to the combat system. That's just adding the ability to switch party members, which you couldn't do before. Which, I mean, if that changes your experience, I guess then go for it. But for me, yeah, it's just you can use them in the main game now. It is cool, and it can... The thing I'll say to it is, it probably alleviates some of the frustration of always playing as Noctis, where you kind of get into the same combat stride and you do the same things every time. Which, like I said, I didn't have any problem finding ways to shake that up and try new things and, you know, get up close and personal or do a bunch of warp strikes. I tried to alternate. I tried to find ways to alternate, and I never really got bored of it. I would also say I never really tried that hard to get good at the combat either, because it was just fun to experiment and figure out new ways to take stuff down. But I don't know. That being said, you guys know me. I don't always fight every single fucking thing I see. I don't always fight every random encounter there is in the game. A lot of times I run from shit because I don't like sitting in combat, so. And in this, yeah, absolutely, yeah, playing long range, not having to deal with as many of the mechanics because you're playing Prompto, I would agree with. That's probably a thing. That's absolutely a thing. Some of those big mech units can be really annoying. Yeah, and I mean, like, I also was in the weird situation where I did a lot of the side quests. I was over leveled for most of the game, so the combat was like never difficult for me, and I didn't care because I was just enjoying the world and everything. So the side quests, if anything, I would complain about Final Fantasy 15 is the side quest gives too much XP. It's too easy to get really, really fucking strong and outlevel the story content. Dogma uses swipe attack. When you see him about to unleash the attack, press L1. Sentinels roll bonus damage reduction. Yeah, okay. Let's fucking do this shit. Oh yeah, you also don't have to level up, right? You can just stack that EXP. Yeah, I completed the game at like a pretty high level. Again? Really? Fuck. Oh, come on! Oh, shit. He doesn't that look like one of the Final Fantasy X guys? I swear it does. Fragment discovered. Oh yeah, by resolving anomalies along the timeline, obtain special objects known as fragments. Anima, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yes, Leo, that's the one it looks like. It's obviously, I mean, like I'd be very surprised if they used the same model, but it looks like Anima. That's exactly what it looks like. The bandages, the one eye, the creepy hand, zombie mummy cross. Fragments of memories of time solidified into shards, each containing a valuable piece of knowledge or slice of pieces. View which fragments you currently possess, press triangle and access the menu units. Like there are 160 fragments hidden in the world. I don't think we're gonna find all those. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'll be real with you. I'll be pretty surprised if we find all those. Yeah, no, I did mean mummy. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Hey, buddy.
Don't wander off alone.
I didn't. I promise. Okay, maybe that's a small lie. Yeah, definitely hashtag spoilers.
Guess that Knoll's seen it.
We made it.
Wait up!
Yeah, so I just can't do this little piece right here yet. Soon I will get you. Maybe. I think I can get it after we do this. Whatever's here. Oh, you don't want to talk? We just want to examine?
What is that place? Noel, do you know?
Yeah.
Wait, What happened to Cocoon? It's not there.
Well, you're looking at a different time. That's the world I come from. In my world, Cocoon doesn't exist. When I was born, the sky was already empty. Tell me, how many years has it been since Ragnarok appeared and Cocoon fell?
Well, it's 3 AF. So that was 3 years ago.
For me, all that happened 700 years in the past. I was born and raised in another time. 700 years in the future.
Yes, I knew it. I knew you weren't from this world.
I'm the last of humanity.
Hey!
Hi.
Sarah, I can take you there. We can find Lightning together. I know she wants to see you.
You're full of it!
Yeah, that's impossible.
Lightning's gone, man.
Godot. Noel, do you know where my sister is?
Come with me.
What's happening?
You see? It's a time gate.
What do you mean? Wow. Time gate.
What the? It's like a portal. Lightning is in a place called Valhalla. She's waiting on the other side.
I couldn't turn my eyes away. I knew the answer lay beyond that gate. The answer to my doubts and dreams. On the broad plain beneath Cocoon, my sister once celebrated my marriage to Snow. I remember her smile like it was yesterday. But sometime when I wasn't looking, she disappeared. She was gone as if she'd never been there in the first place. Lightning, are you out there? Did I dream that day on Pulse, or did it really happen? Noel says he can find you, but is he telling the truth? Noel's world was a terrible place where Cocoon did not exist. He had traveled back in time to change that bleak future, or so he told us.
Listen, when different eras overlap, all kinds of crazy stuff happens. Objects from different times get mixed up. If you want to open a gate and travel through time, you have to find one of those objects. They're called artifacts.
Artifacts?
The keys to the future. They're anachronisms, relics of a different world. Basically, things that don't belong in your time. If we can find one, we might be able to use it to open the gate. Then we could cross time and travel to Lightning's world.
Could Noel be telling the truth? Beyond that gate, in a place called Valhalla, is Lightning alive and waiting for me? Can I dare to hope again, after all this time? Oh, how I want to believe. I want my sister back.
Cool.
So much happened the night the meteorite fell. We all had a lot to think about. I wonder if anyone slept.
Oh.
Good morning.
Oh, party paradigms. Thank fuck.
Backside is off limits for now.
The fuck is that?
Just gonna make everyone more nervous if we don't.
It's not safe near that thing. There's monsters everywhere.
Let's just deal with this really quick. Customize. Please. Double Ravager. So, double Commando, double Ravager, double Sentinel. Just do. Okay. Do I actually have? What the fuck am I looking at here? Oh, I have 1192. Okay. Oh. Oh. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. I don't care about that at all, in fact. Yeah, the old Crystarium was fine. Oh, okay. That's it. We're out. Oh, what? Oh, it's the shape of their weapons. Uh-huh. Cool. Time gates. Oops, not that. Customizing paradigms. Whoops. Paradigm tuning. Oh. To the right of each paradigm name is an icon marked tune. That's to the to the name. Okay, yeah. Oh. 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 Control has a different set of abilities. Commandos focus on getting strengths and also focus on getting HP. Crystals on each map differ by role. The size of the crystals is proportional to the importance of that ability or attribute bonus. Trick is to decide carefully on which role you'd like to spend your CP. Unlocking a crystal increases that roll's level by 1. The next available ability is shown in the bottom right-hand corner. As well as on the route itself, focusing on the development of one role is highly efficient as you gain growth bonuses while leveling up that role. Oh, whoops. Contains several tiers. Once the entire route has been completed, it will gain a level. Leveling up the Crystarium unlocks Crystarium, whatever. Unlocks bonuses such as gaining access to new roles. Oh, enhancing accessory capacity. Or leveling up the HP. Okay. So level up and stuff. 2 types of chests: sphere chests, common, found in many locations. Box-shaped chests exist only in that time and location. They contain special items such as fragments and live trigger rewards. They are not permanent like the spheres, so grab them while you can. Okay. Monster bits. Locations. Wait, I didn't finish that? Oh, because I had to click on it? Yeah. Alright, thanks, game. What's in my square chest? LeBro's Olive Tattoo. Cool.
Morning.
Good morning, LeBro.
Nice to see you finally perked up a bit. We were getting worried about you, don't you know?
No, didn't.
Well, it's about time I started looking ahead.
Why's she, like,
I won't get anywhere feeling
doing
sorry
a
for myself.
giggling animation while talking? What is that? What is that, game? Why are you doing that?
You were up late last night, Mackie. Big project?
Project? Yeah, I was, working on something for Snow. That thing, you know.
No, I don't know. Please elaborate.
So, you're just taking him at his word? He says he's from the future, but where's the proof?
I guess you're right. It's just hard after I had that dream about lightning. You know what I mean?
Hey, Sarah. Listen, what's the deal with you and that Noel guy anyway?
If I said I was going with him, would you stop me?
Let you run off with some con artist? I'd beat him half to death first.
Jesus Christ, these people, though. They're being so weird.
Let's meet outside once you're ready, okay?
Okay.
Sarah, wait up for me.
All this talk about artifacts and gates and time travel, to be honest, I don't know if I'm ready to believe it.
Sarah, there's still so much I don't understand myself. If we can actually find an artifact, then I'll know what I've been saying is true. And once we open the gate, you'll be able to put some of your doubts to rest as well. So what do you think? Will you search for the answers with me?
Yeah, okay, great.
Give me a chance and I'll prove that it's true. I'll answer as best I can.
So Cocoon only existed in the past for you, is that right?
Uh-huh. That's odd.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's probably nothing. The history books say Cocoon existed in the past, but my memory's playing tricks. What's going on?
It's probably fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
You know, I was thinking, if Noel here really is from the future, he must be pretty curious about this time period.
That's true. We should probably explain a few things.
I'm all ears.
We were all born and raised on Cocoon, but 3 years ago, our home basically fell out of the sky. We couldn't rely on the broken Fal'Cie anymore. So, most of us made the decision to move to Pulse.
Weren't there millions of people living on Cocoon? It must have been pretty cramped.
Well, it was. But on Pulse, we had to deal with new hardships, like vicious monsters and a lack of provisions.
Sounds like a rough time.
Yeah. But eventually things settled down, and some former military types helped get things organized. Now there's a growing town at the base of Cocoon's pillar. The guys who used to be in charge are long gone.
How did you end up in this place then?
Our leader, Snow, suggested we live somewhere near the ocean. We used to live in a seaside town on Cocoon, so it was like we were rebuilding our home. Snow and the rest of us were used to fighting monsters and getting our hands dirty. So we pretty much settled back into our old way of life.
Snow's not around right now, so we do the best we can. But if Lightning were back, everything would be so much better.
So for everyone here, your sister being gone is the reality. Odd.
Sarah, who's your friend?
Someone from a faraway place. Noel, is there anything you want to ask?
Tell me more about this town.
We, used to live in a place called Bodum. That's where we created Nora. But we had to find another place to live after that incident 3 years back. We left Cocoon and created this town.
Wow. So that big guy's in charge, huh?
He's strong like an ox, but he's no leader.
That's Sam Riegel.
Here in town, LeBro's actually in command. She is the head of Nora, after all. At least, for now.
Don't listen to him. Godot and LeBro have important roles, but without Huge, we'd never agree on anything. And who knows what we'd do without Mackie's gadgets.
So the four of them together make the perfect leader. Well, what about Sarah? What's her role?
She's a grade school teacher. A really strict one, too.
He's teasing again.
Map completion, give it to me.
Look, I think Mog has found something.
But that's just a cat. Oh, and it's with the one we keep at Nora House.
I'm not going to the cat.
I can see Cocoon, clear as day.
I could really use some hiking boots.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll bet you anything it's that guy for sure. He looks totally guilty.
What's that now?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
I love completing maps. And there's a special reward tied to this. No, I'm not talking to the cat. I just want to go past the cat. Look at, there's just a little bit out there. Move, cat! What are you doing there anyway?
Is it true that Mackie's shop might be going out of business?
Hi, Sarah. Did you find one of those artifact things?
Not yet. Have you been looking too?
I'd try if I had any idea what I was looking for. You know, Sarah...
What?
Never mind. Forget it.
What's going on?
Great conversation.
Hello there, Miss Farron.
Oh, hi there. This might be a strange question, but have you seen something that shouldn't exist?
That's a strange question, all right. I wish I could help you, but I've been pretty busy with security duty. Frankly, these days, lots of things seem out of the ordinary.
What?
Oh, yeah, I know. The people here are counting on you guys to protect them.
You just sat down
They
Indian
couldn't survive without Nora.
Well, we can't ask them to fight off the monsters themselves.
twice.
At least things have improved in these past few years. When the town was first built, Nora was in charge of keeping everyone safe and working the fields. Let me tell you, living on Cocoon, you don't learn to grow vegetables.
Cool.
It looks like Mog has found something.
Let's check it out.
Nope.
Hey, has anyone seen my boots?
Hey, you guys.
Good morning.
Did you see a medical kit lying around anywhere? I thought I'd left one in Nora House, but I can't seem to find it. I'm guessing someone had a use for it during that ruckus yesterday. Pulse is a dangerous place, and I don't have the supplies to deal with serious injuries. If you find the kit, can you bring it to me?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. My other kits are practically empty, and we still have people to treat. I put in an order for supplies, but deliveries take forever to arrive. I'm counting on you.
Okay. That's fine.
Hey there, Sarah. Sorry, but I'm not letting anyone near that meteorite just yet.
All right, then. Hey, Godot. What do you think those artifact things are? You know, the keys Noel was talking about.
How should I know? Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So, you do know something?
No, I got no idea. You're not actually swallowing any of that crap, are you?
I have to give him a chance, at least.
Do we? I want to look at that.
Let me tell you though, no one was a better leader than Snow.
I
He
think I
was
already
the one
talked
who
to this guy.
created Nora back when we were still on Cocoon.
Sorry to tell you, the mountain path is off limits. Godot's orders.
Is it though?
You can't go near the meteorite right now.
Are you sure?
Wait, I remember, wasn't there another path along the shore?
Well, now that you mention it, there is another route along the shore that the surfers use. There's a path that appears when the tide's low. You can't use it right now, though.
Are you positive? Like, how serious are you about not letting me get close to this thing? Because
Hey, gotta work to pay the bills.
Oh, not fighting him. Just running. Here for a chest. That's all I care about. Okay.
Anyone else in the shelters?
Where are you? Well, that was a fight. I forgot to come in here and check what the tuning is. Wait, now what's new? Oh my goodness. Oh. Two missions per location at the same time.
But
Cool.
I want to know, what is this gate?
Hey, another bangle.
Sorry, but you cannot go through. Orders from Godot.
Cool. Oh, there's that one little spot. It's that one little spot. That's disappointing. Boy, they're counting that as 15% of the map,
Thing
eh?
we found on the meteorite is very things that shouldn't exist don't exist.
Yeah, somehow that little spot right there that I just ran around in, that was like 7%. Bizarre. Try to find that medical kit that she was asking about. I don't see anything though. Yeah, that could be it. Alright, I'll talk to the Bizarro cat. Just so it gets out of my way.
Wait, the cat isn't an artifact, is it?
No, I don't think so. But maybe the cat could have picked up the artifact.
Yeah, that was only 3%. Interesting.
Stay on her, Mog.
Cats have been on edge ever since that rock fell out of the sky. I've never heard them sound so excited.
The sentry bots are really useless.
Wow, rude.
I wish Mom could have seen this new town.
I heard a rumor about Cocoon disappearing.
Oh, is it moving now? Son of a bitch. I should have just talked to it.
When I was on
Whatever, I'll
Cocoon,
find
I
it
did
again. I'm
nothing
looking
but
for the
watch big
freaking
shows.
med kit. Oh. Oh.
Oh, wow. You grow vegetables?
What? You mean you don't?
Well, the soil is barren. Nothing will grow at all. We have to survive by hunting. It's that or starve.
Yesterday, you said you were the last of humanity. What did you mean?
Just what I said. When I was born, there were fewer humans in the world than live in this village. After a while, I was the only one left.
What are you raising your hand about? Wouldn't the monsters eat people?
How did it happen?
There were monster attacks and illnesses. People die. But everyone said the same thing before they passed on. The future is yours.
Not a sustainable food chain? How so? If their numbers are dwindling down to Noel being the last person left alive, sounds. What if they? I mean, they could eat other monsters too. Yeah. mean, I'm not saying it took hundreds. I don't think anybody's implying that their civilization was crumbling for hundreds of years. I think the implication probably is that it crumbles in a very short period of time. Like, once the soil goes barren, they probably don't last for that much longer. My guess is that the fact that Noah was born at some point means that things were probably in a sustainable place at that time. And since he was alive, that is when the degradation started. No comment because it's spoilers.
What?
Is that the artifact?
This is Lightning's knife. I keep it in my room, but how did it get out here? Hey, look there. Snow!
Sarah!
Come on.
Okay.
It's her knife. I found it near the base of the pillar.
Snow.
Sarah, I'm sorry. She must be inside the pillar. Lightning's holding up Cocoon, along with the Needle Flame.
Wait, what are you talking about? She was right here a second ago. I saw her. We talked. She gave us her blessing. I won't forget that moment. Lightning was happy. Happy that Snow and I were getting married. She laughed and said congrats. But then, all of a sudden, Lightning disappeared. She was gone, like she was never there to begin with. No one else remembered her smiling and laughing. No one but me.
All your friends think your sister is inside that pillar.
I was scared. People said I was dreaming. They said I was just making up stories so that I didn't have to face the truth.
Listen, Sarah. Your memories are the truth. Lightning is alive. The question is, why are you the only one who remembers?
Perhaps I saw a different future.
You're talking about another possibility. A world that might have been.
Does such a world exist? A place where my sister is still alive? Weird. The knife looks like it's been polished.
Maybe someone was cleaning it out here and then forgot about it. I don't think this is our artifact, though. Let's keep looking.
It must be the cat. The other thing I will say is that
Why was I chosen to get rid of the bee's nest?
yeah, I mean, like if the soil is ruined, there's other ways to get food. Just because you can't like manually grow stuff in the garden doesn't mean you
Is
can't
that
get
really
food.
a meteorite?
Also, it's very likely that they weren't. Well, I mean, you can't say this for certain, but the likelihood that they were just living like garden growth to garden growth and not stockpiling at least some food seems pretty small. They probably had food reserves and stores to some extent.
Are you looking for your kitty? That one over there is ours, you know. So don't take him.
I got San Legal again. I can't go inside there? Come on, man. What if the med kit's in there?
If we lose LeBro, who's gonna cook us up the Nora special?
The Team Mackie, it's full of weirdos.
Stay away from the mountain path.
Hi. I can see Cocoon.
Snow, so this is where you got to. And the artifact isn't here, huh?
Snow?
Kupo? Oh yeah, she's my pet. Kupo? Huge found her and brought her home.
Hey, I don't see why not.
I think we should keep her too. Just as long as she doesn't make a mess in my workshop. Hey, girl.
Are you sure you can look after her?
Why did it
Can't we all do
snarl
it?
at
I mean,
him?
we are one big family, right?
Yeah, right.
Mackie'll do it.
You too.
Temperamental ass cat.
Thanks. She's adorable.
She really does have a face.
I thought I could hide it from them, but they knew. They saw right through me. I'd lost lightning and then snow. But those guys, they really tried to cheer me up.
Oh. So it hasn't been all bad.
No, not at all. Life is harder here compared to back on Cocoon. But everyone sticks together. Even in the tough times, we have each other. That helps.
Those friends of yours are like family, aren't
Yeah, I wonder how much of a hand she had in the actual naming of it, but I agree it's a bit of a weird choice.
Yes, but it's only part of a family. It just doesn't feel whole without my sister, you know?
Plot twist, the cat is Snow.
If it's what you really want, one day you'll be together again. We're way off track.
Where else should we look?
Mog, help us out here.
I didn't ring. Did anybody ring? I don't think anybody rang.
Look, the Moogle's reacting to the kids.
Yeah, but I don't think he's just looking for playmates.
And I'm still looking for this med kit, and it's really frustrating me that I don't know where it is.
This is a great place.
Hey, has anyone seen my boots? Oh, Mark, I don't know what he's thinking.
Fine. Terrible frame rate issues aside, it's fine. I definitely remember being farther than this though. We actually did one of the first like time travel shenanigan things. And I was working my way through that area and I hadn't saved in a while and it crashed. And I'll never forget that feeling of just being so utterly done. I found the med kit too, yeah. Of just being so utterly done with this fucking game at that point. So it's like, I am not redoing all of that shit.
I cannot believe he did that.
One of these suckers know where it is?
Snow was the one who named this town New Bodom. He didn't want us to forget the old town.
He makes me so mad.
Another busy day.
You know, Mackie's been acting kind of shifty lately.
The only person there at the time was...
Did the dialogue change?
I'll get that little brat.
What is he talking about?
The only person there... I'll get that little brat.
Alright, that's weird.
How about it, future boy? Do you want a quick history lesson?
No.
I know people have changed since we...
I'm gonna talk to her again. What did she say?
This town reminds me of Bodom.
Actually,
It's already been 3 years since I moved here.
you.
Things are almost back to normal on Cocoon.
No.
Oh, Mark,
You.
I don't know what.
That meteorite is off limits.
Cool.
Is that really a meteorite?
Did you find that medical kit? No one seems to know anything about it.
Yeah. Agreed. Search New Bottom for the item and return it to her. Well, it doesn't seem to be in town. I'm going back outside town. No, please. When does when become now?
Anyone else in the shelters?
Dumbass random town. Then. How helpful. Whoa. Space. Oh, that is a Spaceballs reference. All right. I didn't get it right. Getting knocked down like that is really fucking annoying.
Events that shouldn't occur keep occurring. So the thing they extracted from the meteorite was a gate?
Somebody's getting wild and crazy with the mower outside.
Wish they were all that easy.
Moogles aren't monsters, right?
I'm sorry, but we can't let you through. We have a dangerous situation on our hands.
It was a perfect day to ride some...
Things that shouldn't exist don't exist.
All remaining residents should evacuate immediately!
Enemies! Artifacts? What do you mean?
Man. What the hell is this thing? You have my med kit? Nutrient absorption. Good stuff, motherfucker. And the lowland buck. Well, they dropped a phoenix down for me, so I'm not sad.
Hey, gotta work to pay the bills.
Okay, so I guess that's the end of that?
Boy. I did not find anything useful out here, that's for sure. Oh, he doesn't have a green. They still gave me a preemptive strike for that? I thought you had hit him when it was green.
He makes me so mad sometimes.
The guys on Cocoon aren't gonna come all the way out here to help.
Alright, let's talk to these kids.
What was Godot up to so early?
Good morning. These are my students. I teach their classes.
A school teacher, huh?
Right! I'm so glad you're all safe. Yeah. Now, did everyone do their homework?
I did mine, because I didn't want you getting mad at me like the last time.
Seems like you'd be soft on kids, but you're pretty strict, huh?
Hey. Not that bad. No, come on. You know, I'm only strict because my teacher was strict. Lightning must have rubbed off on me.
My grandmother was a teacher, too. She taught me everything I know. She taught me about Grand Pulse and its history.
What was your grandmother like?
I was always her favorite. She kind of spoiled me. She lived until she was 50, so she had a lot to teach me.
50? But she was still so young.
Lifespans were longer during this age. If my grandmother were still alive, I could have learned so much more. I could have handled things better.
That's the
kid I was looking for. I knew my eyes weren't playing tricks on me.
It's Mackie! I better get out of here!
Hey, what's he got there?
Let's follow him.
Great.
Something on your mind? He certainly is faster than he looks.
What are you mumbling about?
Huh? What? I wasn't. Don't creep up on me like that.
Team Mackie.
What are you running from?
Watch it. Don't go that way.
So it's safe to assume the meteorite...
The gate thing seems fairly safe.
Hey there.
Aha!
There, now we've got you.
Miss Farron?
Why did you run away? I promise I won't get mad if you tell me.
I know you say you won't get mad at me, but I can't tell you. I don't want to get yelled at.
The kid was trying to get away from Mackie. I bet you anything he was up to no good.
You were running from Mackie, weren't you? Did you do something you weren't supposed to?
I was watching him work on the robots, and then I saw it and I just couldn't help myself.
This ought to be good. And then what happened?
I hope you're not misbehaving. It makes me sad when my students don't behave.
I'm sorry, Miss Farron. Guess I'll own up. The truth is, I sold something from Mackie.
And that's why he was chasing you?
What did you take?
This necklace. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Hey, wait!
Great.
What was he doing with this anyway?
That belongs to Mackie, doesn't it?
No, it's mine. It's a reminder of a promise a good friend made me.
Good friend?
Sarah, I believe you. Your sister's alive. She's out there somewhere.
Thank you, Snow.
Good friend?
Here, you hang on to this for a while. When I come back, it'll be with Lightning. Then there's no way she can say no to us getting married.
She went with good friend here.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was the last time I saw Snow. The memories I had of Lightning standing on the plain beneath Cocoon. He was the only one who believed. Believed them enough to do something. That's why I've been waiting here.
And doing nothing, right? Lightning and Snow are long gone, but you still sit here and wait. Why didn't you go after them?
Just to be clear, Leo, it only makes it a triangle if that third line is drawn. And I don't think we have any reason to believe that there's a third line right now. They've never even seen each other in person. All they know about is each other's names. Well, Snow doesn't even know Noel, so the internet.
I have faith in Snow. He is a hero after all.
And has that faith been enough? Neither of you want to be apart, yet here you are alone.
Don't you think I know that?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about being into each other. I'm talking about they have to know the other dude exists for it to be a love triangle. No. All I'm talking about is they have to know that they're competing for it to be a love triangle. Like if neither one knows there's the other guy, then it's not really a love triangle, right? Whiff. Swing and a miss. No, not romantic. There just has to be some connection there. I'd take a love dodecahedron. It'd be great. No. No, what Leo was after. Oh, I see. You'd be that big.
It wasn't the artifact after all.
Are you losing your touch, Mog?
Poo-poo. It's not his fault. Come on, let's head back.
I helped take care of the brow.
No artifact yet, huh?
No, instead, my things are showing up in places they shouldn't be.
I wonder if someone's trying to mess with us.
I doubt it. No one here would do something like that.
I guess not. Unless they think they're doing the right thing.
It might not be a person at all. I mean, with time and space being warped everywhere, anything could happen, really.
Right. And that's how your things ended up out here? It's not a bad theory. Okay, so maybe we should ask if anyone else is missing stuff.
Let's head to the house and find out.
This town reminds me of Bodum.
I want LeBro to teach me to cook.
That Team Mackie, it's full of weirdos.
How about it, future? I know people.
That mirror, it was never there before.
We really missed this the whole time.
Hey, check it out.
Wait. Okay, what is that? How did that happen?
It's a twist in time. Something that doesn't belong.
Yeah.
I think this is an artifact.
We found an artifact, just as Noel said we would. Does this mean everything else he said is true? Did he really meet lightning in Valhalla? Maybe. Once I step through the gate, I'll be leaving my friends, my students, and the village for who knows how long. Can you tell me, Lightning? Do I dare believe this man?
Still going, kid?
Okay, now we just have to head for the gate.
I don't get it. What was that artifact doing in the mirror?
Well, the mirror must have belonged to someone else in the past.
I guess I
Or
fucked something
the
up.
future, wherever it came from. It didn't belong here in this time.
Scary stuff.
Blah, blah, blah. Time travel bullshit.
I'm going to take this artifact and open that gate. But you still don't trust me, do you? I can see it in your eyes. If there's anything you're wondering about or don't believe, just ask, and I'll try to explain.
Well, there is one thing. What is it you want, exactly?
A future that has
What was
people in
that?
it. I lived at the end of days. I was the very last child to be born. As I grew up, everyone I knew died, one by one, until eventually it was just me. All their dreams fell on my shoulders. I was their last hope. It was too much, so I left. Sure, maybe I couldn't go home again. Maybe I couldn't make everyone happy. But at the very least, I could rebuild a future where everyone could survive. So I went through the gate. I wasn't thinking very clearly then. I had a dream, but I didn't think it all out. I didn't know what it really meant. But once I got here and saw how you and your friends live in this village, I knew my dream could come true. In Valhalla, your sister gave me a chance. She gave me hope. The future can be changed. That's what she told me, and I believe her.
I understand. Thank you, Noel. Thank you for telling me that.
What makes you say that?
You want to take a moment to say goodbye before we leave?
Thanks. I think I'm okay.
Oh, I'm trying to look at your shirt, Dingle. Stop walking away from me, you doofus. Okay, fine.
I gotta get some more practicing done before the show.
I'm definitely having the Nora special tomorrow.
I can go anywhere. It's finally happened.
I'm glad Lily understood my situation.
Wings on the back? Oh.
LeBro made me dessert to thank me for taking.
Miss Farron. It's just, there's no need to. Don't worry. This is.
I didn't realize I was so famished.
The gate is where the meteorite fell. So we should
Nope,
head
no
towards
fight.
Cocoon, right?
No fight.
Yeah. It must be strange to have them always watching over you. There's still monsters around. Keep a lookout.
I will. You be careful too, Noel. I'm glad we found the artifact.
If you're heading to the gate, Godot said you were free to come and...
Yay. I'm having to fight these things, aren't I? Fine.
Just as expected.
Phoenix down. And that's it. 100% map completion. Did it. Oh, there's a thing floating over here that wasn't here before, though. What are you? There? Oh, the medical kit was right here the whole time. Cool. Good thing I wasted all that time looking for it. It was just in a spot I couldn't get to. Oh, wow, you caught up to me, eh? Alright, motherfucker. This motherfucker. Out of here.
Could have handled that alone.
I've gotten used to doing my rounds.
Blah, blah, blah. Just want to take the medical kit back to the place where it needs to go. Whew.
Bring on the arrows and ammo!
Oh, please. Yeah.
I love my mark so much.
Yes, that's it. You found my kit.
Oh,
I've
thank
been
God.
using this kit since I lived on Cocoon. Couldn't believe I'd lost it. It's funny how you get attached to these things. I'm sorry it's not much of a reward, but here. Ever seen a rock like this? I found it just over there. Do me a favor and try not to get yourselves hurt.
Fragment?
I've got enough patience already. There aren't many people who like to play nurse around here.
Oh, it's a prism. Oh no, fragment discovered. Heart prism. Yay. Yay. Blah, bitty blah. I like how there's all of this room for characters, but I'd be really surprised if we end up using any of it. Seems very odd. Okay, so let's see. I want this one. Okay. Oh, that's it. I got 2 levels. I don't remember. No. I tell you, man, I didn't play this game very much. We're about halfway through the content that I played at this point. An impression from almost like over a year and a half ago? No, absolutely not. Also, keep in mind, like, I was frustrated because the game was constantly crashing. I don't think this game is that much fun. Like, I'm not... The only reason I'm playing this is because I promised to play it. That's it. So, I don't know why you would have expected it to leave an impression, because largely, this game is not fun. Yeah, exactly. I'm aware. I can tell. But it definitely did not leave an impression on me because I spent the whole time playing it frustrated. I definitely... yeah, I mean...
We don't have enough manpower.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Really? You're back?
Not again!
I wouldn't even call this rock. This is a little harder than rock music. It doesn't particularly offend me, but I would not say it's some of the better metal that I've heard in my life. Dagger Major is dropping so fast. Fucking 3 stars. That did take a little while. Fine game, fine. Yeah, Soken clearly didn't compose the music. Soken had composed the music. This would be no problem. 1,000 Crystarium points. That's a lot of levels. It's memed a lot. Sure.
It's really scary out here.
Yeah, I know. Only time. Yeah. Oh, where's it? Yeah. Come here, bitch. Dude, why are you so fast when I got a preemptive on you? What the fuck? Can I equip more than one Iron Bangle? Oh. No. But that's because of the ability or the accessory points. He still has it. Oh, he does not. Oh, 50 capacity, 30 in use. Okay, I see. Monster bits. Well, if we got 1,000 CP, we should use it for sure. Little guy. Another little guy. Oh. Lizard. Yay, expansion. Oh. Oh. I have to choose? Hmm. Hmm. I don't actually remember what the Ravager bonus even is. It's probably something about magic attack. Hmm. perfectly balanced as everything is. And big one. Blind side. This one. Oop, well, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Yay. What do you get to choose from? Oh, Synergist? We'll just do new rolls for the first one. I really like status effects, so I think they're super incredibly helpful in this game. Well, in 13 they were. They were like critical to success in most cases. Let's make some paradigms. I don't see a whole lot of need for double commando. Let's do that. I also don't see. Let's get rid of this. That, and this seems silly. Well, I say that seems silly, but Double Ravager is still really good. Let's see. I set this one to wide originally. I don't want to do that. This one I do want wide. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. Oh, there's a... Wait, how did I miss that before? Oh, it cutscened me, didn't it? Fuck yeah. I'm not wasting them on this chocobo here in the place I'm about to leave, though. That seems silly. There's no... I've already 100% of this area, so... The point of getting on the chocobo at this point seems pretty silly. I'm not burning a green just because I can. Onwards!
Are you sure you're ready? You know, once we go through, there might be no coming back.
That's fine. This place sucks.
Yes, I'm ready to go. It's not a dream or a lie. I know my sister is alive out there. I'm sorry I doubted you. Of all people, I should know how bad it can make you feel when no one believes what you say.
Bad feelings are
Snow put all
bad,
his trust
okay?
in me. Now it's my turn to do the same for you. I've made up my mind. You and I. We go together.
I won't let you down. We'll find Valhalla, I promise.
Now loading.
So, you're not gonna say goodbye?
There's no need. We already have, sort of. Lightning's knife. It's been sharpened and cleaned.
Oh, you did that.
Hey, shut up.
Look, my pendant has a brand new chain.
Oh, okay.
And Snow was purring like a kitten. Someone gave him a good brushing.
Wait, is it a male or a female cat?
Hey.
Is it a male or a female cat?
Why don't you guys go fess up?
What?
Go on. You too.
Hey, Sarah. I figured no way you're leaving the pendant behind. So I made a chain, you know, so you wouldn't lose it.
If Lightning is alive out there, wouldn't want her getting mad over a poorly maintained weapon. You know her.
If you leave, someone's got to pick up the slack looking after Snow. So I volunteered myself.
Thanks, guys. It's time for me to go. I don't know what's waiting out there in the future between worlds, but I want to see Lightning so much. If there's any chance at all, I want to take it.
I just looked at it again after
Go.
you said that.
But you
You're
have
not
to come
wrong.
back in one piece. Promise?
I promise. If I believe, maybe a miracle will happen.
The future won't change until you make the first step.
You know what you're doing, right?
Well, I can't say that I do. This is the first time I've opened a gate myself. Guess we'll just have to find out.
Hey, what about Sarah?
I'll protect her. I promise you. I vow never to let her come to harm.
Except for in every fight that we do where she gets the
Trust
shit
me.
kicked out of her.
For Sarah's sake.
But she won't die or anything. Well, unless I have to use the Phoenix down. She might have died for like a little bit. Beyonce is misspelled. Yeah. I mean, kudos to the people who fucking made a wiki for this
I
game.
guess this is it.
Guess so. Looks like the future starts now.
Good thing only those three go in.
I'll be back.
Oh, just the general FF. Oh. Good thing they only the three people, the three
You set out on your
beings
journey for my sake.
that needed to get
You
teleported through
believed in
time.
a promise.
Got stuck.
You believed in a future you could not see. I will keep fighting here, at the end of the world. I know you will come. I believe in you.
Sarah.
You know, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a drink after this cutscene.
This place is incredible.
It's the Historia Crux. The crossroads of the time continuum.
So this is how you were able to travel backwards from the future?
Right. Just floated through this nowhere space. And now it's your turn.
You know, I blame Mog for the frame rate issues. I bet if he wasn't there, it'd be easy for the game to run at a nice, smooth, clean, crisp 60 FPS. Oh yeah, no, I think Saturdays might be spent drunk for a while. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This song is unique. Okay, Historia Crux is your compass for navigating the rivers of time. Select the year and location to which you wish to travel and confirm your selection using X. Each time a new gate is open, more areas will become unlocked, expanding your freedom to journey along the timeline. Okay. Yeah, this was the place. The only other place that I did was these ruins, the Brescia ruins. That's as far as I got in the game, so we're almost caught up to where I was. We return to the Historia Crux by pressing start to open the pause menu. This option is not available at certain points in the game. By selecting return to Historia Crux, the game progress and data such as character advancement will be saved automatically. Time will cease to flow for that location. And you can safely travel to another area without losing any story progress. Use the Historia Crux as your way station to explore the myriad possibilities available through time travel. Once this primer has appeared, loading saved data will allow you to continue your game from the Historia Crux. Select the location. Off you go! Oh, goody. There's a fragment that I'm missing from that place. Oh, God. It's funny, it says locked location, year unknown, but you can tell it's just different versions of Bodum because of the coastline and the structures. That's obviously Valhalla. These are maybe a little trickier to guess.
Rejecting the easy path, humanity has chosen to build a society based on human technology rather than relying on the fal'Cie.
Maybe.
A provisional government has replaced the Sanctum, and a scientific organization calling itself the Academy searches ruins for ancient technological secrets. One such site is on the shores of Lake Brescia, where a giant war weapon has been unearthed.
When reaching for the future, we sometimes fall into the past. As we gaze upon events that cannot be changed, our hearts grow bitter with regret. And you, my dear Sarah, will you encounter your past here? How will you choose to deal with that pain?
This is Cocoon.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, check it out. You can see the ground above us.
Wow. So this is how Cocoon looks from the inside.
That's right, I forgot. This is your first time here.
Yep.
What is that?
Look out! Get up!
An arm?
Yeah, and not looking to shake hands, I'm guessing.
No!
Dodged it the first time. Took a hit to the face the second time. Paradox Alpha. Oh, we're in Archmage? Oh, right, for synergy. Oh my god. Wounding attack. Yeah. It does. When wounded, a long battle is your enemy. Win the battle swiftly to regain your maximum HP. Oh. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have any more synergist shit to do. I want fucking dual casting, please. No! Damn it. Help me out, Noel. Please.
Okay.
Big punch.
You okay?
Yeah.
Visible giant.
Hostile located. Engage at will. Paradox effect confirmed. Targeting Atlas. Fire!
I didn't do super great. I expected that. Hey, silver deer.
That was exciting.
Guess it's over. Huh? It's the army!
Friends of yours?
Attention intruders. Surrender immediately.
infiltrators? They look like Sims who took a wrong turn. They were right there when the giant started moving. Probably have something to do with this paradox effect. Huh. Think they might have caused it? We'll soon find out, and dig up any intel they've got. You're being detained as potential suspects in the unsanctioned activation of Atlas. Come with me, and no funny business.
Okay.
We're being treated like criminals, but it's just a misunderstanding. Stick to the truth and we'll be okay. And smile. Smiling usually helps.
So lie a bunch. Got it. Damn.
What's up?
What is this paradox effect?
You remember the weirdness near your village when the meteorite fell? Probably the same kind of thing.
Oh, okay, cool. Probably.
Yeah?
You're going straight to Academy HQ. They'll drag the truth out of you.
One question. What's the Academy?
The Academy's the institute that's investigating these ruins. Who doesn't know that? You two came up on the Grand Elevator?
Huh? The Grand what? Sarah, what you talking about?
He could be talking about the elevator that's supposed to connect Cocoon and Pulse, but it's still being built. It's going to be finished next year.
You're confused, miss. It was done last year.
Last year? Did we move forward in time?
I'd say 2 years have passed, at a guess. Since what was scheduled for next year has already been built last year.
Sarah,
is that you?
Time bullshit.
Watch yourself.
Thanks. Oh, Sarah! It is you!
You know them?
Uh-huh. Alyssa Seidel. I'm an Academy intern. I heard you apprehended our 2 observers, so here I am.
Observers?
Yes, they're invited guests of the Academy. I was showing them around and forgot to give them their communicators.
Back up a second. These guys, these observers, are VIPs?
Do it. Do it. That'd be so good.